put your all into it when you're working on something, and it will most likely be recognized by people, and it might open new doors like it did for me.
Hi, I'm Eva Caputi, and this is my friend Doug Clark. We worked together on a number of projects for the Enabled Employee Resource Group at Disney, and he's the product director of digital accessibility at Disney Media and Entertainment Distribution. Doug has been at Disney for 11 years and has worked in digital product development for almost 23 years. As somebody who's a huge lover of entertainment, what have been some of your favorite Disney projects to work on?
So when I first got to Disney, one of the things that I started working on was basically the Oscars. For me, that was something that was really fun, kind of at the outset of my time at Disney. But I will say, what I've been doing the last couple of years working on accessibility has probably been one of the high points of my career at Disney, because it's a great opportunity to come in every day and do something that helps people, but also like makes our products able to be used by more people too.
What does accessibility mean?
So accessibility basically means making sure that our products are able to be used easily by people with multiple accessibility related issues, like maybe if they're deaf or blind or neurodivergent too. So in short, just trying to make sure our products are able to be used by everybody.
I know one example of that is using captions on Disney Plus, which helps me because I wear a hearing aid. Can you tell us about your identity as a person with a disability?
Sure, and to give a little background for those who might not have known, long story short, I was involved in an accident a number of years ago, probably 8 years ago. I was standing on a street corner, driver came off the road, had lost control of the car, and I ended up losing my leg below my right knee. I think it made me more empathetic. Like somebody could tell me what it's like to, go skydiving and jump out of an airplane, but until you actually jump out of the airplane, it's hard to really understand what that's about.
What type of work did you do earlier in your career?
Yeah, so I've been a product manager for over 20 years, and having been a product manager where I manage products day to day, I think having that knowledge has helped me in working with the product teams. For example, if they're doing a big release, I try to make sure that we're rolling that accessibility into the release, so they're not having to do like a separate project for it too. So try to be efficient where we can.
I see 2 guitars behind you. So what does music mean to you?
Sometimes sports can become challenging as you get older or other things, but I think music is one of those things that you can kind of do forever and have a passion for it. I mean, I currently am playing in a 2-man acoustic band right now that plays at, restaurants and tap houses. So it's just really fun.
So for the next generation, especially people interested in digital product development or product accessibility, what advice do you have for them?
When I stepped into the accessibility role, I just knew I had to ramp up. So I started reading, I started learning, I started going to webinars, I started reaching out to people who, as I met more people in the accessibility community, you start understanding where people have expertise and you reach out to them. And that's one thing that's amazing about the accessibility community, is that people are very willing to learn. And so for me, it's just always stay interested in learning and try to keep looking for new things and ways to educate yourself, and thinking about new ways you can do your job and do it better.
So for the folks following our conversation today, what can they do to be more inclusive and be an ally to the community?
At the most simple level, I think it's just engaging with people. I actually don't mind when people come up to me and ask me. I mean, a lot of times, little kids will do it and it's the best. They come up and they just will literally like stare right at my leg. And one little girl even was like, "Sir, I don't know if you know this, but you're missing your leg," and it's funny, but I would start talking. I'm like, "Hey, look at this leg. Have you ever seen anything like this? And here's my battery, and let me take my battery out. It's just like your toys. My leg is bionic and has a battery too." And then the parents see you engaging the kids, and then they come over and they start talking and kind of engaging their kids too. And I see that as like a teachable moment. On the other end, like people like myself who have a disability, if you want that kind of engagement, it's a two-way street. I mean, you have to be willing to give also too. And I think that's important as well. I know some people do get frustrated. They maybe feel like people are calling them out a little bit or something, but I just don't happen to look at it that way. I mean, I think it's more of an opportunity for everybody to learn.